Courage is a choice. Before this moment, Israel was moving toward the Promised Land. Then 12 people returned. The facts hadn't changed, but one decision would change the next 40 years. The Torah never says the giants weren't there. They were. The cities really were fortified. The challenge was real. But fear was never the only possible response. Calev wasn't braver because he saw less. He saw exactly what everyone else saw. The difference wasn't his eyesight. It was the lens through which he interpreted reality. The Torah never says Calev had stronger muscles or greater intelligence. It says he had a different spirit. Sometimes the greatest difference isn't around us. It's within us. Many of us imagine that if HaShem opens a door, everything beyond it should be easy. But the Promised Land still had giants. Faith was never the promise of an easier path. It was the promise that you wouldn't walk it alone. Faith doesn't pretend the giants disappeared. It refuses to make them the biggest thing in the story. The same reality can produce fear or courage. It all depends on what fills your spirit. The consequence wasn't simply 40 years. It was birthdays celebrated in the wilderness, dreams delayed, parents buried before their children crossed the Jordan. Fear always asks for more than we think we're giving. The children who grew up in the wilderness heard the same stories. They saw the same giants. But somewhere along the journey, they learned that courage could be practiced, and history changed. No one is born fearless. Courage grows every time we choose trust over panic, purpose over comfort, and HaShem's promise over our own assumptions. That's how a different spirit is formed. The Torah never promised that the life HaShem calls you toward would be easy. It promises something deeper, that His presence is greater than whatever waits ahead. Most people wait to feel courageous before they move. Calev teaches the opposite. You choose courage first, then your feelings slowly learn to follow. Every one of us has a Canaan, a place HaShem is calling us toward, and a giant convincing us to stay where we are. The question isn't whether the giant is real. The question is, which voice you'll choose to follow. Tell me below, what's one step you're ready to take this week?